It was a warm and bright afternoon on the 29th of May 1941 that U-552 set sail for her latest patrol, which would take her north, heading around the UK to patrol sector AM4 to AM7 to the west of Ireland. The Red Devils had been ordered to sink a minimum of 7,000 tons of merchant shipping, and to be on hand for any further orders the BDU may issue. Before U-552 left port, the BDU officer took the captain to one side and advised to be on the lookout for any Royal Navy capital ships in the patrol zone. It had been noted that the battleship HMS Rodney had recently been spotted in the area and would make a great headline in the papers should she be sunk. Hi everyone, welcome back to U-552, the Red Devils. Here we are, sailing around the UK. Yeah, somewhere over there is the Scottish Islands and Highlands. We're sailing round and we're coming down west of Ireland to our patrol zone. Now, rumour has it HMS Rodney may be on patrol in this region, so we need to keep an eye out for her. You can't mistake Rodney. It's a huge battleship with 3 huge turrets on the front. It's just the Rodney and her sister ship Nelson, which are designed to look that way, and incredibly powerful battleships. But if we could see her and potentially sink her, then that would be fantastic for our reputation and just the war effort in general. I think somebody's installed the user on back to front, or is just using it from the other side. Now, we did receive a message, and here is that message. A very valuable radar prototype is being transported on the Empire Scott cargo ship, headed for the port of Liverpool, where it will be fitted into a dedicated warship for testing. Sinking this ship will noticeably slow enemy progress in developing this technology. We estimate it is currently passing through square AM785 with a course of 346 degrees. The ship is moving in a convoy travelling at a speed of 7 knots. So that is pretty much where we are heading now. We've got our patrol zone is AM4 to AM7. So yeah, we're not going to be we're just going to be on the edge of that, which should be good. So if we can get in there, and so they're heading northish, aren't they? So yeah, we're going to check that out and see if we can intercept that. I wonder if no, they wouldn't be installing that radar prototype onto the Rodney, would they? They'd probably test it on a smaller ship. You never know. You never know. So that is going to be our goals for the next few moments. We're just coming up to our patrol zone anyway. So while we do that, we'll head straight to the AM785 and see if we can intercept this convoy and sink the Empire Scott cargo ship. Right, let's get to it and head in that direction. Hi everyone, welcome back. Right, it's just gone 9:40 on the 5th of June, and we've got into the area where we believe the intercept of the convoy will take place. Now we've just got the periscope pointing behind us, which is not much good, so we're doing a scan, but there we go. Here is the convoy. Is that? Don't know. It's obviously a warship, but I'm wondering if that's a Dido class light cruiser. We've got a ship there which I can't quite make out. Another ship there which looks like a merchant ship. What looks to be a potential tanker there. A merchant ship there. Another merchant ship. A destroyer. Probably another destroyer. Is that the lead ship? I think that's the lead ship, isn't it? So we have got a destroyer there, we've got a merchant ship there, which we can probably take a look at. It looks like an Empire Explorer, I think. No, an Empire Tower. We'll recognise that. Do the distance. 7.1 kilometers. We may have to creep forward a little bit. We do have that coming in, but I think we might fire up the electric engines and just go a little bit further forward, because 7 kilometers is... I know it's diagonally away as well. It's not directly in front of us as where the torpedo is going to go, so it's not going to travel 7 kilometers, but that's still quite a range. And we think we're doing about 7 knots. So we'll close in and then we'll take some further measurements. Okay, a little bit of time has passed. We move further forward. I was just checking what's forward. So we've got a destroyer there. Another one of these over there. This ship, is that the that looks like the Empire Scott, doesn't it? Does that get out of the way? Does that say Scott? It does, doesn't it? So that's the one we need to sink. Now over here we've got what looks to be a Liberty or C2 or C3, sorry, a tanker, and most worrying, not that merchant ship. Most worrying is that destroyer coming. Is that the one? Oh, and that one's coming behind us as well. So we got 2 destroyers coming directly for us. So it could be a case of we try and get... This is the ship we need. So we try and sink her, and then we just get out of dodge. Because yeah, it could be quite squeaky bum time after that. Right, let's get the... we think they're doing 7 knots. We haven't alerted their presence yet, so they should still be doing 7 knots unless the report was inaccurate. We'll probably go for 2 torpedoes just to be sure. This is the mission critical ship, so this is the one we use the extra torpedo, and then we dive and try and go under her to try and get away from. They fixed the stopwatch. They have. Brilliant. 7 knots, perfect. Alright, let's do another distance calculation. About, yeah, 3.5 kilometers, that's not bad. Oh, we need course as well. Perfect. What do we got? T1, T2, no, sorry, yeah, T2, 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 T2. Okay, T2's then. Should we go... What's the depth of one of these? The keel, the draft is 8.5, basically. So if we flood that one,
Rohr 1, bewässern.
Put that to 8.5 or 9. 9 should be good. Magnetic.
Rohr 1, bewässert.
We've just had a sonar ping. So fire tube 1.
Rohr
Tube 2.
2, bewässern.
On the surface, please.
Rohr 2,
Fire.
los.
Right, make our depth. Well, move forward as fast as you can. Dive.
100 Meter.
Crash dive. In fact.
150 Meter.
Let's go, 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 go. Okay, we're coming down to 150 now. 2 good hits. It looks like that ship has sunk. And you can hear the fast-paced beat of the destroyer engines. They'll be turning around and coming for us any second. So, our immediate objective has been completed. That Empire Scott ship has been sunk with the prototype radar. That's not going to be fitted to any warships anytime soon, so we are good there. Now just loading up the torpedoes again into those tubes. I haven't issued silent running orders yet because we've been diving down as quick as we can. So we've brought the engines back a bit to create less noise, and Now we're diving down to where that destroyed ship was, or will be, and we're going to try and hide in its kind of shadow. Welcome back, everyone. Right, so rather wonderfully, the two destroyers have zipped off up there. I think they must have thought we'd attack from over there or something, even though they pinged us with sonar. So maybe being near the sinking ship did in fact disguise our contact on their Aztec screens. Who knows? So we are actually coming to go under the rest of the convoy. There is a couple more destroyers. There's 3 destroyers, in fact, back here. I think this is the oil tanker, and we've got maybe is that the Liberty or the C3, and then there's another ship there. It would be nice to have a pop at those, but I also am well aware that there are 5 destroyers here, and there's only little old us, and we have completed that primary objective, which was to sink the Empire Scott. You can see the Empire Scott must have been 5,967 tons, which is pretty much nearly completed our minimum objectives on this patrol anyway. So bearing in mind the Rodney might be out here, and we've still got a lot of patrolling to do. This is our patrol zone. It's obviously something calculations we did some time ago. Still on the map. But yeah, we're west of Ireland. We've got all this area to patrol, and I'm keen maybe not to get hooked up. Okay, we could have another couple of shots of these ships, but you know, 5v1. I think discretion is sometimes the better part of valor, and if we just let these 3 go with their escorts, we can go looking for some more juicier targets. Interestingly, we were saying, I think last time, how vulnerable the escorts and the convoys were, because we barely saw an escort ship previously, but obviously something's changed, and maybe it's just because they had the prototype technology. This was a special mission. That's why there's 5 destroyers protecting this group. But yeah, who knows? Who knows? But I'm going to probably try and sneak out through this gap. I beg your pardon. And let them go. We're down here 150 meters. I can't quite go and hide on the seafloor because we're in the Atlantic, of course, and it's about 1,800 meters deep here. So yeah, we'd be squished to a squished thing if we tried to get this to the seabed. So yeah, we're going to try and avoid these rear 2 destroyers and sort of sneak out this way under the shadow of these ships, so hopefully they can't see us. These 2 are getting in each other's way, probably detecting interfering in each other's ASDIC responses, so that's good for us. But yeah, there's the situation, and we're just going to let this one play out and see how it goes. Okay, a little while later, just after 7:15 on the 9th of June, we've received a message. Several wildly separated smoke clouds in the naval square BE-381. Suspect convoy. Western course. Sending bearing signals. So we can follow that. It seems to have a U-boat in tow, acting as contact keeper and sending us the details. So we might go and see where that is and check that out. But yeah, another notification. Still on our patrol at the moment. Nothing yet has been spotted following that initial convoy which we attacked and sunk the Empire Scott. So we're going to continue on and see if there's anything further in this region and see how close this contact is as well. Hi everyone, welcome back. Right, we've been patrolling for some time and not lots have been happening, but we've just come across what appears to be a single ship heading for Southern Ireland. It's obviously a tanker, and we like tankers, and it's an enemy. Looking at the can't quite make it. Looks like a British flag. Could be one of the Crown colonies or one of you know, allies. But there we go. I think it could be an Oi class tanker, which should be about 10,000 tons, which would be lovely. That would be really nice. Let's recognise that then. Distance is currently about 3.5 kilometres. We'll do a quick speed check, probably about 7 knots. 7 knots seems to be the allotted speed of the day. Yeah, just after we had that heavily escorted convoy, now we have a lone ship, a lone oil tanker. Very precious indeed. Very surprising to find her out here on her own. But maybe her group's already been attacked by another U-boat and they scattered. And she's just making her way home. Possible. It is possible, but we shall see. Hopefully she won't make it home and we'll get ourselves another prize. 7 knots. How did I guess? Okay, we've got the core set in. It's 52 degrees to the red. We've got T2 in tube 3 warmed up.
Rohr 3, bewässern!
We'll get that flooded. And we've got maintenance going on in tube 1. I'm not sure how far along that is, but we'll give it a moment. If not, we'll send 2 torpedoes for a tanker. I may send tube 4. I know it's cold, but it should still be okay. The weather's calm, and hopefully its impact detonator should be fine. Okay, a bit of time has passed, and you can see the torpedoes are getting ready. I'm just going to try another. She's going a little bit closer to us. I've got a slightly different zoom and magnification. That's what it was, and I'm not going to be able to get a very good range from that. So let's just do one from there. 2.9 now. Okay, lovely. Right. So, tube 1 and 2 have been warmed up. There's T1 and T1, so well, that's a T2.
Rohr 4,
We'll get 4 warmed up because these are both T2s, so they should get there about the same time. Dispersion 40 meters, that should be fine. We're going to send them on the top because we want fires. You send them on the top of the water, the ignition, explosion from the piston of impact should hopefully cause fires. Obviously, you won't get unlikely to get fires from a magnetic explosion underwater. So, tubes 3 and 4, fire.
los!
Tube 3 away. Tube 4 away. And hopefully, yeah. See, she's just on her own. It's just her. Fingers crossed.
20 Sekunden.
20 seconds. First one's hit. There goes, and there goes the second one. Brilliant. And there, look at the explosions from the oil.
Schwere Schäden am Rumpf.
Ooh, may not be much left of her. Ooh, more explosions. Yeah, she looks like she's going down. There goes a mast. Hitting the superstructure in the middle. I think she's gone.
Alarm abgebrochen!
Okay, she's gone. That scared the bejesus out of me. We've just completed our minimum tonnage, which is grand. There she goes, slipping beneath the waves. Right, as she is a lone ship out here on her own, that's what lone means, we will surface the boat and see if we can go and rescue some survivors if they wish to be rescued. If not, we will offer some assistance in the form of food or blankets, that kind of thing. Those life rafts don't look particularly good, but as I say, we'll just give it a minute, make sure the dust is settled and there's no aircraft coming this way, and then we'll surface and offer some assistance.
Dieselmotor.
Hi everyone, welcome back. Right, it's been quite quiet it's been quite quiet. Apart from that first convoy we saw and the oil tanker on our own. That was southern Italy. No, it wasn't. It was Southern Ireland. We're now coming around Ireland. We're and going over the north of Scotland again. We're making our way home, and I'll tell you why. We are running low on fuel, and rather than heading south to La Rochelle or somewhere like that to get some fuel and then continuing the patrol, we've got news back from HQ that our research has been complete on the snorkel. So I'm quite keen to get back to base and have that installed on U-552 so we can use the full benefits of snorkel and sailing just below the water without having to worry about our air, and we can also use the diesel engines, of course, because we can pump air into the diesel engines for the combustion and not kill ourselves at the same time, which is great. So that's what we're doing. We're heading, hopefully going to find some targets of opportunity as well. And obviously we're coming around Scapa Flow, so potentially if Rodney's about, you'd expect her to be somewhere around Scapa Flow. Potentially. That's what we're thinking anyway. So yeah, we're just going to sail on, and hopefully we'll spot a few more ships, because it's been quite slim pickings today, hasn't it? But so far so good. We've had 4 good hits and 2 good ships sunk. But yeah, I'd like to do a little bit more. But yeah, that is the latest and what we're currently looking at. So here we are, back at port, and yeah, not much more to report. It wasn't the most action-packed patrol, but yeah, we did exactly what we needed to do. So additional rewards: the Empire Scott was indeed sunk. The ship was registered in Great Britain and was carrying utilities from Gibraltar to Liverpool, plus some prototype radar apparently for a warship. Registered tonnage was 5,967 tons. And then down here, why is it not? I don't know why it's not showing the little red crosses. The Orlando was sunk. The ship was registered in Great Britain, was carrying oil from Gibraltar to Liverpool. Gross registered tonnage was 9,385 tons. Oh, and we've got a newspaper, which is new. The Daily Chronicle, the invasion of the Soviet Union. The corresponding report that attack started by land, sea and air. Can't read anything else. So that's interesting. So, mission summary. We received 12,000 Reichsmarks for the work. We've also been assigned another officer, a leader, Felix Schwartz. We sunk 15,352 tons. We had 31 days, 3 hours at sea. God, that was a long patrol for just 2 ships, wasn't it? There we go. A month at sea. Well, that's probably actually realistic, to be fair. Month at sea, 2 kills. Yeah, that's probably about right. Distance travelled 9,975 kilometres. So we've got the Empire Scott and the Orlando marked there. And there's what we set out to do. Patrol the area and sink a minimum of 7,000 tons. Complete. And yeah, and there was the order to go and sink the Empire Scott. So that's all well and good. Fantastic. Right, so what we're going to do now is make sure that we upgrade U-552 with the snorkel. And then, if possible, I may see if we can get relocated to Brest or La Rochelle. So we're right on the Atlantic front. So we can head straight out into the Atlantic Ocean up to Ireland and all the juicy targets which are there, rather than starting at Wilhelmshaven and then having to sail all the way around either through the English Channel, which is not the best place to go, or around all the way around north of Scotland, which burns up so much fuel. So yeah, so that is what we're going to plan to do. So back here in base, I don't normally show this, but we'll go through it anyway. We'll head over here. We'll release the prisoners to be interrogated. prisoners, survivors that we rescued. So we'll free these. There we go. There we go. And we get some improvements in our reputation, etc., which is all well and good. And then we'll come over here to our warrant officer or whoever he is, and we'll try and upgrade the ship now. It will probably go on the diesel engines, won't it? So there we go. 16,000. We've got 104,000, so we're okay. 16,000 to install the snorkel pipe system that may be set above the sea surface to ventilate the ship with fresh air and keep it using diesel engines while remaining underwater. Works only at periscope depth. Obviously, we need to get some anti-radar coating for it later, but the hammers are out. It's going to take a day to get that installed, and that's fantastic. Right, the snorkel is coming to U-552, which will help us no end in future missions. So we're going to leave it there. We'll get this upgraded, and we'll be refueled, restocked with all the goodies of food and weapons and all that kind of good stuff. And we'll be good to go again next week. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.